I am sick and tired of so many people casting their limiting beliefs onto others, saying that their big dreams and goals and ideations are unrealistic and that they need to think more realistically. And I want to talk about that because what even is unrealistic? And why do they think that you need to be more realistic? And why are some of you believing them? What's up? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their minds to make their daydreams their real daily lives. If you're looking for a deeper transformation, feel free to check out one-on-one mentorship or our online signature program, Unleash Your Life. The links for those will be left in the description below, and let's get into it. What does it even mean to be unrealistic or to be realistic? Right? To be unrealistic, what someone deems as unrealistic is what someone believes cannot be real. Keyword here, believes. What is realistic to one person is unrealistic to another. It's subjective. It's not a written in stone type of thing. If someone says that something is unrealistic, you can take that with a grain of salt because that's only showing their own belief systems. And let's just think about the man who ran under a 4-minute mile, right? Everybody told him that it was unrealistic, that it wasn't possible because they believed that it was not possible. But this man believed it was possible. He said, it is realistic. It is possible. Therefore, I'm going to make it happen. And you know what happened? He made it happen. And you know what happened after that? Many other people started to also do the same thing because then they started to see, oh, it is realistic. It is possible. They believed in themselves, so they made it happen. This is the same thing for millionaires. I don't know the exact stats, but I remember hearing how, back in the day and women's rights and everything. And of course, women back in the day couldn't be millionaires in our modern society because of the rights system. But as soon as one woman started to become a millionaire, they were like an influx of other women millionaires because so many other women were looking up and saying, oh, it is realistic. It is possible for me. And I want to take this in reference to the biggest dream that you might have, okay? And I really, really encourage all of you to really think big here. Like what is put on your vision board is not going to be that office job that pays $40K a year and your Honda Civic. Unless you truly, truly dream in your heart's desires, you're like, okay, I want like a Honda Civic. But I hope you know what I'm getting at here of like, we're not shooting for mediocre here. We're shooting for big. We're shooting for the stars. We're shooting for the moon. We're shooting for other galaxies. And when you think big, this is how we create big results in our life. This is how we can change the world, is by thinking unrealistically. If we keep thinking in the same ways that we have been thinking, we're going to keep getting the same results. We're going to keep creating the same type of world, the same type of results in the world. And I don't think anyone wants that. This is how pioneers of the industry are born. This is how inventors come about. This is how electricity was made because everybody's thinking outside of the box. Everybody who's done these things, who win like Nobel Prizes, they think outside of the box. They think unrealistically. I encourage you to think unrealistically. If somebody tells you, oh, that's unrealistic, I want you to feel proud of yourself, okay? We need more people thinking unrealistically because this is how we're going to create change. This is how you are also going to shine into your brightest capacity because we have insane capabilities, insane potential, and we need to step into them. I remember when I first started to go into this entrepreneurship type journey, and there were certain people in my life that were telling me that I needed to think more realistically. They were telling me that I couldn't make my full-time income online. And I remember specifically one of the people said, oh, only people like Elon Musk can create like a successful business like that. And I think they were trying to be helpful. I think they were trying to like steer me away from the failure that they thought I was going to have. But I recognized that it was only their own limiting beliefs that were saying that. They didn't believe it was possible for them. So then they're casting their limiting beliefs onto me, saying like, oh, like really only a tiny percentage of people are capable of actually doing that. And it's not really realistic to think that way. And you should get a job at a bank instead because it's more secure. This is what I was told. And when people say these things, you really got to know that they're only speaking from their experience. And when someone tells you that your dream or your goal is too unrealistic, all you have to do is hear that they're saying that they don't believe that it's possible. But it's not their belief systems that's creating your reality. It's your belief system that's creating your reality. And whatever is realistic and unrealistic is only believable and not believable. And what is believable is so subjective. Like you hear me talk about in probably almost every one of my videos, all potentials exist. Every possible outcome for anything exists. And you create whatever you believe you can create. And it's your belief systems that are the only thing that matters. It's only realistic to find security in an office job because many people may believe that you find security in an office job. Also, looking at different factors of that, when COVID-19 happened, so many people got booted out of their office jobs. It was no longer secure to have an office job. The people who were actually working from home were more secure than the people who were working at offices. Like it's so subjective. It means nothing but the meaning you give it. It has no power, but the power you give it. I'm willing to bet that any person who has created some kind of success in their life has been told that what they wanted seemed unrealistic to someone. Wanting to create a full-time living off of creating TikTok videos, someone probably said, you're being a little unrealistic. It's just TikTok. Meanwhile, there are plenty of people making full-time incomes off of TikTok videos. Some Joe Schmo coming along being like, oh, I want to be the next top country artist. And then people are looking at them going, oh, be a little more realistic here. You're just a little Joe Schmo. Meanwhile, Joe Schmo goes on and he becomes the star of Joe Schmoes of country music. This is just an example, but like so many people cast their limiting beliefs and say that certain dreams and things are unrealistic when simply it's just because they don't believe it. It doesn't mean that it's not possible. Anything can be realistic. You can create any outcome for yourself. You just have to believe in yourself enough. This is your job. This is where you come in. You have to believe in yourself enough to say, oh, no, I'm going to create it regardless. And I've got this and I trust myself and I have this vision for myself. That's your job, is to train your mind to be in alignment with this, to train your mind to feel confident in this and knowing that anything can be made real. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Okay, so keep this in mind when you go about manifesting and creating the life of your dreams. And if you got to this point in the video, leave a star emoji in the comment section below so I know who made it to this point. Give this video a thumbs up to help out the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one. And I'll see you in the next video.